Pull up, headshot, sit down, stand up, pass out.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Like, I don't know how to do an intro to a podcast because this is day 2.
Okay.
But by day 2, we've been waiting for a whole month for Enrique to open up his schedule for us to record again. But welcome to another episode of Cookies and Bourbon. Cheers to everybody listening right now.
Cheers.
Or watching. Let's see what this episode brings to us. Listo has milk. Hopefully he's not lactose intolerant.
Oh man, that's going to be interesting. Are you lactose intolerant?
No
I hope
way.
not.
I am not lactose intolerant. That would suck.
Okay, good.
I love cheese.
But it's okay. I don't know. I'm older, but I feel like as I get older, I get more lactose intolerant.
Wait, what does that mean? Like you only certain things make you like?
Yeah, like now when I eat a bowl of cereal, like it affects my gut. Like
you have to.
yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Before
TMI.
it wasn't a thing. But
Okay.
I think as you get older,
Oh, yeah, for sure, it's a thing. It's a thing as you
that's
get
what
older.
I'm asking. Like, is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing for sure. And so I always tell the kids because they two of my kids are lactose intolerant or they don't do the lactose right. They do the oat milk and stuff. And so I'm like, they're like, why don't you just do oat milk? I'm like, no, because I can still fucking drink milk. Like I choose to drink the moo juice still until I can't anymore. Then maybe I'll switch. But
Yeah.
for now, it's the good stuff.
Well, we obviously have a very program show for today. Actually, we don't have a list of what topics we're going to talk about. But let's talk about your birthday. You
just had a birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Amy.
Thank you.
You're aging gracefully.
46, y'all.
Really?
So, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, 46.
46.
Same reaction she gets everywhere. Like nobody believes it. Like she's just beautiful like that.
Oh, y'all are too kind. Seriously. Seriously.
So how was your actual birthday?
Oh, it was a super long day. We woke up early. My husband was fantastic. He had he planned the day. We played golf.
I'm the husband.
Oh, he's the husband, yeah. So we had a day. We both played golf.
We tried.
Yeah, it was a beautiful course. The greens were so fast and pristine. I've never played on anything like that before. So it was definitely an experience. I did pout 1 or 2 holes where I was like, fuck it, I'm fucking done. Cause I was so frustrated because I was just below the line. It was just so bad.
For a second I felt bad, right? Because obviously
I felt that.
I took you there for you to have a good time.
Right.
And then you were not having a good time. But then I understood the golfer in you and understand the dynamic of
yes.
You're not having a good time because you want to do well, not because the environment.
Right. No, because
it took the responsibility away from me and I was like, okay, I get it. She's just in her feels right now because she fucking shanked a fucking ball to the right. But, shout out to Angeles National for having us out there.
Oh, yeah. Angeles National is beautiful.
They didn't have us out there, but we paid. But, it sounded cool.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. But
we're
not there yet. But we went out to Angeles National. It's like she said, it's a beautiful course.
It's a beautiful course.
Very difficult. If you go out and play over there, it's take at least a dozen of balls.
Oh yeah, I lost 3 sleeves, so that's nine balls, 10 balls. I think I was at the end maybe 10 balls, total, which is an insane amount. If you're not in the fairway, you're OB and either in the water or rocks or ravine.
Yeah,
which is you can't find your ball there. So yeah, bring extra balls and a good attitude.
Who hit the hole in one?
We've actually both hit hole in ones, which is interesting. Yeah, I hit a hole in one in October, October 30th.
That was a good toss up there, Luis.
Yeah,
that was a good little volleyball, layup, or how do you call it? A little setup.
You like that?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Why did the golfer take 2 pens to the golf course?
Why?
in case he had a hole in one.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
That's such a dad joke.
It's such a cheesy joke.
Oh.
But
Okay.
let's talk. Well, let's finish talking about your birthday, and then we'll transition to the hole in one. So,
so we did golf in the morning, and then after we did golf, we drove back home. Well, no, I'm lying. We drove back. Had lunch. Had a sushi lunch. And then we went to watch our boy play. He plays baseball for Warren, and he did fucking fabulous.
He did amazing.
He had a great outing. He closed the game, but it was so fucking cold. Like we were cold.
It's been cold lately.
It's been so cold. It's been so cold. But anyways, we were like not ready. Like I had a sweatshirt and like what we wore to go play golf in, and so we were a little miserable for a second. Edgar was all like, I'm going to go and like, do you want me to go get you a blanket or something? I was like, where? He's like, I'll go to Burlington or something. I was like, no, you don't have to do all that. But he's so sweet that he went like
down, you know?
Yeah.
My boy.
Yeah.
I was down. And I just hope you had a good day, right? Like,
I did. Definitely did.
That was the whole intent is for me to provide just a fun day for you.
Right.
You know?
So he did all that. And then once we got to the baseball field, like some of our friends were there. And they brought me flowers and cupcakes, and it was just like a whole thing, which was sweet. Like I really did have a good day.
So is it true that I saw somebody snorting caviar?
Oh no, we were having caviar bumps. We weren't snorting it.
Oh, it's because I misread the quote. Gotcha. I was like, dang, you guys setting up lines at the golf course? Of caviar?
That's when you know you're fat. You snort caviar.
I have tasted caviar. Is so good.
I didn't know that was possible.
Have you ever had caviar?
Yes.
Yeah, you have. Okay. So
have you had caviar, Enrique?
I don't think so.
No. Oh, caviar is so
Let's
good.
give him a bump.
Yeah, we were having caviar bumps. Which was good.
I mean, that was the whole vibe, right?
It was a vibe, yeah. It was.
You know, she wanted to have caviar, and like she bought caviar.
Yeah.
You know, she bought her own golf balls.
Yes,
I
did.
She knows what she likes, right?
I like what I like.
You know, so I provided the environment. She brought her things that will make it special.
What a sort of way she knows what she likes, huh?
I like what I like.
She likes what she likes. But you know, it got to the point where, because golf, you're like in the moment playing, getting frustrated, getting excited, getting happy, getting frustrated, getting frustrated, getting frustrated. Like just getting frustrated.
I call that trauma bonding. We were trauma bonding.
Yeah, because I play pretty decent. You know,
yeah, he plays well.
I don't know if I told you guys already, but I got a hole in one this week.
Okay, sir.
Was this a tradition that I was supposed to do?
He hit a hole in one on the 2nd. Yeah, just a couple days ago.
Yeah. So the Monday.
Posted it in Facebook. Like
this episode might come out in February. You know, but.
Wow.
Is that a hit as Enrique now? Is that a
prediction
dig?
Yeah, but it was on December 2nd. It was on Chester, Washington, Hole 10. It was just, I couldn't explain it. I just can't explain the feeling. I just hope that one day you experience, maybe not necessarily a hole in one, but that feeling of just joy, and it's just, it's amazing. Like, obviously, we live our life for those moments, right? Like your child being born.
It's comparable. It's comparable because
the comparison.
It is like we
try to do a hole in one.
Listen, I asked them about it too. I was like, wait, so do you feel like when you were like, hell yeah, was it like when your kid was born? Like, was it comparable to that? And he said yes.
Like legit. Like I remember being outside in the while CJ was being born. And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be a dad. Mm-hmm. Like, oh shit,
So I could picture you doing that. Like you hit it, and you're looking at it, and you're like, oh shit, did that just happen? Well, did you see it, or did you find out after the fact? That's a fucking part,
right? Because I really can't see the ball past like 120 yards. Like right. I lose it, Mm-hmm. But I knew like mathematically the way the ball was going, it was going towards where it needed to go.
He hit it towards the pin, is what he's saying.
Yes, towards the flag. And it landed right behind the flag, but I wasn't sure if it came all the way down or if I was long, because my perception is kind of off. Right. So I can't see, really.
It's hard to kind of like gauge, especially when it's that far. Like,
yeah.
So how far did you see 2 dimensions?
Right.
So at what point Well, so did you find out when you drove up or walked up?
So I hit it, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's a good shot." That's a good shot. And I was like, "It probably went in." Just like kind of like.
Is it like
it's like what I do every day. It's gonna go in, whatever. But as I was driving up to the green, it was kind of the same feel. Like, oh shit, like oh shit. I
don't see a ball.
Like oh shit. Or oh crap. So YouTube doesn't cancel us. Oh crap. And then, the group behind me, they were walking in their carts. They were walking, like pushing the cart. I was driving, the other guy was driving, and 2 guys were walking. So then I got off my cart, and then at that moment I knew, like if that ball was not like by the flag, it was in the fucking hole because it was right at the flag. So I walk up and like, sure enough, it was in the fucking hole. And like you walking up to the hole, right, and you still don't see the ball because. Like the hole,
mind you, this hole is like you hit and it's like up on a hill almost, and it's like it's a par 3, but it's like a super difficult hole. Like, and depending on like the greenskeeper, sometimes the fucking pin is like tucked up way at the edge of the green. So, he said it was like dab smack in the middle. So it was a good day to hit a hole in one.
Yeah, so you walk up to the hole, and it's like seeing a freshly baked cookie. Coming out of the oven, it's like that's amazing. And then telling the guys I was playing with, which keep in mind they're randoms, I never met them in my life.
I've never met them before.
It's just I got paired with them.
Did you get high fives and shit like that?
Yeah, they high fives, and they were all excited for me. I was excited for me. I called my wife.
How many cookies did you eat that day?
No cookies.
Nah, no cookies.
I called my wife.
He FaceTimed me. I was
like, guess what the fuck I did, and then my wife's like, what the fuck you break this time? And I was like, dude, I got a fucking hole in one, and it was just like,
are you for real? I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, dude, so fucking cool.
And I'm glad somebody got to witness it, and I started telling everybody that I came across the golf course, like, oh, hey, how are you doing? Well, I'm doing great. I just had a hole in one.
The small talk, but it's a big talk.
Yeah, and then the cool part with those guys I was playing with, I went to the restroom. When I got out of the restroom, they were all in the pro shop, and they were walking out talking about, oh, we just walked in and let them know that you got a hole in one and we saw it.
Right, that they saw it.
No, that's dope.
So then, because, you need a witness.
Yeah, you need a witness.
That has to sign stuff, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, so
who signed?
So then, the pro shop manager, we're good friends too now. And, he had a certificate for me, and
it's pretty cool.
It was pretty dope. It was an experience that is just, I'm never going to forget. And it's just, I never thought it was going to happen. Because it's just very...
Don't you want to hit another hole in one, though? I mean, I know I do. Like, I want to hit another hole in one. Like, it was fucking
So, yeah, no, I mean, my hole in one was dope, but it's like I was telling Emily, I feel like I got my hole in one because when she got hers, I felt nothing but joy for hers. Like, there was no hate, no like, oh man, why her first? Like, I've been playing longer. Like, there was a genuine joy of her getting her hole in one that I think the golf gods were like, you know what, you deserve one too.
Give you one.
But I genuinely believe that because I think if I would have had some kind of like, what the fuck, she got one first, I
just about that like it was so close.
It was what, a month? Because mine was October 30th.
Yeah, so 2 months.
Yeah, about 2 months. Well, no, 1 month. That's almost November.
There's people that they're spend their entire life playing golf.
Yeah,
right.
And everything.
Right.
No, I mean that's why I bring it up. I mean,
yeah,
people who golf, like, that's not a regular thing.
Yeah.
And so it's like, but obviously the people who don't golf, they're like, oh, they look thinking it. Oh, it happens. It happens.
Listen, no, there's definitely. I think there's like some skill, but also a little bit of luck. Like there's a lot of luck.
A hole in one is a lot of luck.
Yeah, because you have to like land that ball. Like my hole in one, like I hit it, and the thing was that I had.
And before you do any of that, let's start from the beginning. Like walk us through your day of like golf. Because you could have easily not even golf that day.
Right, because I play every Wednesday. Well, I play every Wednesday with a group of ladies, right? And this week, two of the ladies, because it's four of us, two of them like couldn't make it. One of them was supposed to come, and she ended up flaking out like last minute. So I was playing by myself when it happened. The only person that like witnessed it was like is it greenskeepers, the guy, the lawnmower guys, the lawnmower guy. So they were cutting. They were doing, yeah,
El tío.
the gardener guy. Like he was
I'm assuming he's Mexican. He was
Mexican. Yeah, he was waiting to mow the lawn. So he was like parked, like his lawnmower was parked, like at the hole. So like I'm up at the tee, and I had been recording like all the shots, but like this because I was by myself. And normally when I'm by myself, I record, right? Mm-hmm. But this hole is like it's up on a hill. And so when I walked up to it with my cart, like my cart was like facing like that way. So like I didn't set up the camera. Like I would have had to like push the cart all the way to the back of the tee box in order to record it. So I was like, whatever. I'm just, I was kind of playing super mid anyway. So I was like, whatevs. I just like left it there. And I hit the shot, and like the pin was kind of tucked up in the corner. And so like I hit it, and I saw it, like it landed. And then it started rolling back, and then it disappeared. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, did it go in? And so I'm like, shit, I think it went in. And so I grabbed my cart, and I'm fucking like running down the fucking hill, right? Because it's like down the hill. So I'm like running with the cart, and then I stopped short of the green because like, you're not supposed to fucking like put your cart on the green. And so like I'm taking out my camera, like fucking like recording it as I'm walking up to the hole. And sure enough, my ball is in the hole. So it was like... The feeling was just like it's kind of hard to explain. Like I felt like my hands were tingling, like even my scalp was like tingling because it was like fuck, dude. Like I was like, am I gonna cry? No, I'm not gonna cry. It was just such a crazy experience. And then like I look up, and like I had heard the lawnmower dude. I had seen him, and he saw, and then he's all like, he went like this. He was all like, and that was it, when I finished playing, because that was hole 5. Mm-hmm. So there's 10 holes here. So I finished playing, and then when I went in, I told the guy at the desk, I was like, dude, I just hit a hole in one. And then he's like, are you seriously? I was like, yeah. Like he's like, and then I told him that the greenskeeper dude has seen it. And I like said, I'm gonna go to the bathroom or whatever. I went to the bathroom. When I came out, he had a certificate for me. Which was pretty dope. I was like, I didn't even know that you get a certificate. So it was pretty cool.
I feel like you're back in school. Like, great attendance.
For sure.
It's dope.
Where is it?
Oh, Edgar framed it for me, actually. Yeah.
If we have
it's in my office.
If we have the funds, we'll post it up, a little snippet.
We'll put
right here.
We'll put the certificates. We'll make it hard for the editor. Put it here. Put it over here.
Don't put it over there.
Over here. No, never mind, because it's going to come out till March, this episode.
Don't say that.
That's funny.
So yeah, so it definitely. But you know what? Like I wouldn't like compare it to like having a kid. You know what I mean? Because like that's I'm a mom. You know what I mean? So it's different.
What would you compare it to then?
I think it's like top 8, bro. Like it's like one of the one of the things that you want to experience.
It's maybe like top 5.
Okay, well, I've jumped out.
I mean, would you say it's bucket list?
Listen, yeah, fucking for sure. Like, I've jumped out of a plane. Like, I've gone skydiving before. And, like, I think that's, like, definitely hitting a hole in one is, like, bucket list worthy, for sure. Okay. For sure. That's something that you want to experience. For a golfer, anyway. For a golfer. Yeah.
I think the joy or the satisfaction of getting a hole in one is just the feeling that you get is what every human being is searching for every single day. Mm-hmm. Of just ecstasy and like overwhelmed joy and like not a care in the fucking world. You know, in that specific like minute or to 5 minutes of just like what the fuck did I just accomplish?
Yeah.
It's just like take me back. Fucking take me back and leave me there. Because that was amazing.
Yeah.
I think that every time that the unexpected happens and it hit us, it's like a little miracle, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
100%.
100%. I agree with that. Yeah.
I think it's the last thing, honestly, that you expect is that. That's the last thing. It's not even in your mind when you hit it and just how close are you gonna get this time?
Right.
Hit it and like what?
Dude, and like the worst part or the best part of my hole in one is that was hole 10. So the 9 holes before that, they were fucking terrible, and they've been the worst holes. The worst set of golf that I played in over a year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I was just frustrated and just kind of like what am I doing? Like I'm just gonna go home. You know.
But listen, I think that when you're having like for golf, for people who play golf anyway, I think a lot of times like you'll be frustrated or you'll be having like your round will be bad, right? Like you'll have a shit shot or whatever. And then all of a sudden you get like a really fucking good shot and you're like, fuck yeah. And that's the one that you remember and that's the one that brings you back. You know what I mean? And I think that's just speaking for most golf people who play golf.
Being the guy with the most expensive equipment here.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Timeless bag.
Scotty Cameron.
Scotty Cameron fucking putter.
So, Luis, I'll tell you the story about Enrique. We took him golfing, right?
We took him to play
and
golf.
this guy, I have clubs, right? I have clubs. I was like, all right, let's go. You know, he shows up with some top of the line clubs, like a $500 putter. Like
he shows up with a fucking staff bag, like a Titleist fucking staff bag.
The ones that professionals wear, use in their tournaments.
Yes, I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, this fucking guy's handicap must be amazing.
We just realized he was just handicapped.
You're mean.
That's so mean.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like I remember, I forgot one time I played with my cousins or whatever, and I just got the golf course. You know, once you can rent.
Oh, you rented some?
Rented some, and I beat like one of their friends.
Oh man!
And they're like, I was like, I don't know, dude, just luck, bro.
It's beginner's luck.
Like beginner's luck. It's just. I mean, golf is a great game to relax and just be out there and
listen,
have a good cigar.
It is, and it isn't because like Ed and I will go some mornings and we'll be like fucking natty, like coffee and like no smokes, no alcohol, just let's fucking go and play. You know, that's it. And
well, I mean, you guys go. You guys go for the game.
Yes,
that's the difference.
I mean,
see, like for me, I'd go. Honestly, I'd go just for the relaxation.
Some people go for vibes. Vibes.
Just
you know what I mean?
Vibe.
I think that when you are some sort of serious about playing golf, like, because for me, like I've told Ed too, like my goal is to be better than the average golfer. You know what I mean? Like average fucking golfers, like they never break 100. You know what I mean? And like my goal is to consistently play like in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like that's my goal, and that takes work. You know what I mean? Like if you want to be good at anything, you have to like spend time doing it and honing that craft.
Well, yeah, I always say just practice it.
Right. But most people that play golf, like they play once every couple months. Like they don't play often, and I think that's why.
I think that if you don't, let's say, like in any sport,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't play to win, the sport doesn't exist. It's
Right.
fear. It goes away then. Like
That's like playing poker with no nothing at risk.
Right.
Like you're just gonna play just to play.
Yeah, like when I normally when I play, like I play with guys, right? Like I'll play with Edgar and like some of his like one of our other friends, and they're men, right? So obviously like they hit the ball further, but like I'm not like, oh, I want to be better than them, but I want to at least keep up. You know what I mean? Like I want to be just as good or be able to keep up so that they're not like,
now,
oh fuck.
Do you feel the pressure like when you play like with me or with some of my friends?
Yes.
Do you feel the pressure to keep up?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Now let me turn it on this to another subject.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's the same thing that happens in females in a male dominated world? Like work environment?
Oh, for sure.
Like they feel that they need to like overcompensate to keep up.
Well, I don't know if overcompensate.
With the male.
I don't think overcompensate, but for sure, I mean, at least try to keep up.
I'm gonna start with a cookie.
Are we? Do you want a cookie?
Hell yeah! He started the cookie. I'm the one with milk over here. Which one do I get?
Milk cookies.
This one is.
Wait, who sponsored these cookies?
Today's episode is sponsored by Ambrosio Sea Treats at Instagram. Go drop a follow.
Oh my god!
Amazing baker.
I make more than just cookie. He's all like,
Dude, you have the body for it too. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my
Wow.
God. Wow.
no, I'm just saying. Like,
Wow.
if somebody,
You got an oatmeal one?
if somebody,
I want an oatmeal one.
if there's somebody that could be a fucking model for cookies, I'm just saying, like,
Luis should be the one.
we are it. You know, it's all I'm
For
saying.
sure.
You know what? I'll take it just because you said we.
Yeah, we.
We.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying we. You know, like, because if there was like an unathletic person trying to like promote protein shakes and exercise, you'd be like, okay, like, bro, that shit, you know, it's not important. You know?
Wow.
So same thing here, right? Like, if you have a skinny person like saying these cookies are amazing, you'd be like, probably not. You know, like, you can't trust this guy's judgment.
Wow. So if a chef is fitted, do you think his food's not as good as the one that's not fitted?
No, I think chef, like, cooking is a baker, like a skinny baker.
Wait.
I don't trust.
Okay, I'm offended now.
Why?
Because you're saying that I'm fat, and that's how I'm a good baker.
I'm not saying any of that.
Am I offended? High key, I am.
I'm sorry.
My cakes are good though. I mean, just saying. Just saying.
Amazing.
You know what? Let me finish chewing.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. You've made some of the best pastries I've ever tasted.
Okay.
TBH, not just because I've tasted a bunch of other shit, I call it, but and because you're a great sponsor.
Aww. Well, like.
No, but honestly, I see the work that you put into it, you know, and how much, you know, you taste this, taste that.
Right.
I'm a firm believer, whenever I cook something for someone, like, I want to make sure I like it or love it first before I serve it.
For sure.
That's just me.
Yeah.
And I see that in how you do it.
But I think that, like,
and how you serve it.
Whenever you bake stuff, like, baking is like, it's a chemistry. Like, you can't, like, swap things around like you can with cooking. So, you know, it takes a little bit of time in order to perfect something. So sometimes whenever, like, I'm working, like, on a new recipe, new flavor, whatever, it will take like one or two goes before it's like, okay, this is what I like. You know what I mean? Before I actually, like, put it out there so somebody could order it. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Dude, it's a hard job because I'm quality and insurance.
QC guy.
You know,
quality and insurance.
Assurance.
Oh,
okay. You know, so sometimes she comes into my office with those underground cookies, you know, that are not out yet.
I'd be like, can you try this? See if you like it.
And I eat it, and you know, like, hey, you know what? This made me smile. Like, this is good.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This is good. But I mean, to be fair, there's nothing that she ever made, like, baking wise, that didn't make me smile. So maybe I'm biased.
Oh my God.
I'm biased to her baking.
Okay,
you know?
Are you going to tell them about the fucking honey mustard experience?
I mean, do you want to go there?
Yeah, you need to.
Was there a bad experience? What is this? What's happening right now?
Oh, there was a time. I mean, this was like when we firstly like started living together, and you know, keep in mind, right, for the record, she's an amazing cook too, right?
Well, too. Yeah.
Like
Kudos to that.
But there was this one time, I think we were on our health tip, and like she made this honey mustard vinaigrette.
Oh yeah.
And it's just one of those things that we just put on the not to do pile anymore, you know? but like she was hurt, like her feelings were hurt.
And I tell you, my feelings were so fucking hurt because he told me that it was not good. I was like, are you serious right now? He was like, yeah, it's fucking bad. It's terrible.
But
you know what? I went through that recently with someone.
Listen, but it was fucking like, what is it? Honey mustard vinaigrette.
Like, it's not supposed to be good.
on a fucking salad. Like, we don't even eat salads. So it was like,
Yeah, so ever since then, I'm like anti-salads.
So
like, I've been traumatized. I'm just kidding. You didn't traumatize me. But it was just like one thing.
It's been like, fuck salad. Or honey, I've never made it again. I was just like, I'm not going to ever make this shit for you ever again.
But you say you just went through it recently. Like,
well, yeah, because...
we need to hear about that.
Someone had made...
Wait,
because I'm very...
He's not going to tell us who someone is.
I'm very picky on food.
Okay.
So, and the thing is, I can't hide my facial expressions.
Okay.
Like, I'm horrible with it.
So wait, like, did somebody cook for you? And it was
somebody cooked something.
Okay.
And when I tasted it, I mean, my face said it all. My face said it all.
Okay.
And it led into, I remember feeling and thinking like, do I be honest right here? Or do I just say a comment? And the only thing I said that I can think of at that moment, like, it tastes a lot like carrots.
Wow. Well, wait, what was it?
It was a broccoli soup.
What the fuck? A broccoli soup that had carrots in it?
That it tastes like?
That it tastes like carrot.
It had carrots
That
in
ain't no fucking broccoli soup. I mean, that's not a freaking broccoli soup, bro.
Well, it was okay. So it had. So was it like a blended soup?
I think it was a blended soup, but it just.
That's interesting.
But I did feel bad.
Were you polite though? Were you like, oh,
I mean, in the moment, no, I wasn't.
Wow.
So I felt I did feel bad, but
Wait.
it was one of those moments where like I already crossed that line and I can't back pedal.
I have a question.
Yeah.
One question.
Mm-hmm.
Was this like a date?
No.
No. So it wasn't a date. So you didn't have to be polite per se.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, if it was a date, I'd be like, this shit is good.
Like, I'm getting late tonight.
This shit is good.
Give me another bowl.
When are you gonna make this again so I can come over?
When are you gonna make some of this more amazing soup?
He's like, Miss Parker, we're gonna come over.
Parker.
Miss Parker, we're gonna come over to get some of the soup.
Nah, man. The thing is, I know how to cook. Well, I feel I know how to cook very well.
Like what, bro? Tell me what you cook.
Okay, what's your what are you good at cooking?
Man,
What's your go-to?
The other day,
Cup of noodles.
No, cooks.
Lately, I've been cooking a lot. Waking up and because I have the energy, I'll cook for my mom or I cook for my brother.
Okay,
or for the family.
What are you making?
Like huevos con chile.
Huevos con chile.
Bro, I'm not saying what you do at night, fool. Like, what do you cook?
No, that's the way. No, I mean, I've been pretty complimented on, like whenever I make.
Like your mom compliments you? Like, that's her job.
Well, I'm not saying.
She's all like, Pio, you make the best huevo con chile.
No, I mean, I made.
I'm still waiting for a fucking thing he cooks.
Oh, a jambalaya.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I've done a good jambalaya. I've done a good.
Have you had it before?
No, he's all about it.
Yeah, I'm all about it. Yeah.
All right, you need to make that shit next time you come over.
Yeah, dumb. Why not? It's pretty simple.
Okay, so jambalaya and what else?
What is
onion soup.
Hey, what is jambalaya for the common folk that don't know what a jambalaya is?
I mean, it's a mixture of like it has sausage, bacon, chicken, shrimp,
okay, but
rice.
I'm hungry now.
Bell peppers, onions. The way I make it, it's like I put a hot pan, pieces of bacon in it so that it releases the fat, and then I cook the bell peppers and onions in it with the. By the way, I don't put salt in it because all the salt comes from the bacon.
So you render the fat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought because it's fuck salt.
No, pepper. I mean, all the veggies I put together. The meats I do it separately. Like the meats, like the chicken, I boil it and I'll keep some of the broth. So pour in it with the rice.
It goes with rice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rice.
Do you make like a filet gumbo, like the?
She's flexing on you right now, bro. She's flexing on you. Yeah, she said a filet gumbo. Like, what the hell was that?
It's the like how you make like the gravy part of it, like the sauce part of it. Yeah.
I mean,
I've never made it before, but I know
the thing is, the reason it's quick because I run it hot the whole time. I don't let it cool down. So it's like I prepare all the sides.
Okay, Chef Pepin, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I have everything prepared. So
okay, but Ed cooked dinner tonight. Like I was all like, so I left here late because I was running late on my bakes. And so I had to go pick up my son, right? And I'm all like, hey, like I left. And I was like, babe, I don't feel like cooking tonight. And he's like, oh, you don't have to cook. Like I already cooked. And I was like, what?
It wasn't even like that. It wasn't even like that.
Okay,
You're not
how
putting
was it?
any like emphasis in it.
Okay,
it was
how
just
was
like
it then, sir? Tell us.
I'll replay it for you, right?
Okay.
Right.
Luis, she said, hey, I don't feel like cooking tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what?
Why did your voice get all deep?
Because that's how it needs to be explained. Okay? This is the way it needs to be explained.
Is this your man talk?
Yeah. Like, He was like, hey, you know what? I don't feel like cooking today.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you don't have to.
Wait, hold on. It was like crickets. Like I didn't hear shit for like 30 minutes.
And I sent her a picture of what I was cooking.
Right, he sent me a picture of dinner.
This is you and your briefs or what?
And I was like, you don't have to.
He said, you don't have to. And I was like, okay, thank you.
You know, like it was just a little flex. Like, you know what? I got you. Like she didn't tell me she didn't want to cook.
Right.
I was just like, you know what? We have to eat.
Yeah, that was nice of him.
So, you know, I cooked some ribeyes and some bell peppers. What do you rate it, Enrique? You ate some. No, Enrique ate.
Oh, Enrique
didn't get some.
I'll try it though.
That was a.
It was
for
good.
me, honestly, flavor was pretty good. You know, there was like the combination with the bell peppers, like the rice, dude, was with a good consistency.
Yeah.
You know, it was pretty good. And then the steak, woo, pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. And you know, and I know you say you'll try some, but like, you know,
because my
teenager got home.
My teenager.
Oh shit.
Yes, he had a double up. He told me, he's like, Mom, did you get some already? And I was like, no. I'm like, do you want some more? And I was like, oh yeah, I got a plate, like it's in the microwave. And he's like, is this free game? I was like, well, yeah. Yeah. That boy, he'll go all day without eating. And then when he gets home, it's like he's been tied to like somewhere.
He's burning.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Babe, so let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. If you had to pick red pill or blue pill, right? Think of my matrix.
Wait.
You could either cook really well, but you can't bake for shit.
Oh.
Or bake really well, but you can't fucking boil water or save your life.
Oh. I'd be sad because I like to cook.
But what would you pick? Like, what pill would you pick?
I think I would probably be okay with like not baking shit forever. Like, I mean, because just say, like, I like to bake, but like it's become a job. You know what I mean? Because it's like I do it all the time. Like the baking part is kind of. I like decorating cakes, so like the decoration part, I think is like my favorite part.
So you could just, I mean, in reality, you could just bake the cake already baked.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that just because it sucks.
You can't. You already pick cooking.
Oh, okay,
you cannot bake cakes no more.
But I think that if
you cannot bake cookies no more.
Okay, no, but
you cannot bake pies no more.
Here goes our sponsor.
You're like making me like rethink my whole existence right now. That's like
you need to go get a jobby job.
That's my identity.
Damn, really?
But I think I could do any fucking job. Like I could.
I know you could be great at anything because you're amazing and like you'll figure shit out and like you'll be great at whatever you decide to do, right?
Yeah.
But let's say you're forced to like fucking do something.
Like work?
Yeah, like work.
Like not be a kept wife.
Like what would you decide to do? Like what would you dabble in like first? Like where can we see Emily working at next week?
I think from I've always been like a care nurturer, so like nursing and stuff was always like my like what I wanted to do until like I went to school for it and I was like, the pay wasn't good. Like it was just like a lot of work for not a lot of money. You know what I mean? So
banana bread at work, bro?
Yeah. So it was kind of like that scenario.
Not getting paid a lot of money.
Right. It was like not getting paid a lot of money for a lot of fucking work, right? So like I didn't do that. So I was like in sales for like a long time and I was commissioned. I was a commissioned employee. And so I did really good doing that. And I made a lot of fucking money. Like I was making a ton of money. And so like I did that for a long time until met you and you knocked me up and we made babies.
Now let me ask you guys a question, right? Anybody or even in the comments, like, do you feel like it's just a common thing that people feel that they don't make a lot of money for the amount of work that they do?
I think for sure people think that they're overworked and don't get enough compensation.
What do you think, Enrique? Do you think you make enough money for the amount of work that you do?
You know something? I think that no, I think it's the opposite. You know, most of the people, I don't know how to put it, like mastering their skill.
Mastering their skill?
And their skills.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they haven't mastered it. They don't know like the 100% what they need to know, and they're like in 30% or 20%. But they want the money.
I see what you mean. And I get that because like, okay, so I have some friends that are, you know, they're I have some friends that are bakers too, you know, we're in the same industry. And like my cakes are not by any fucking means cheap. Like people don't come to me because my cakes are cheap. Like people come to me because my cakes taste good and because they look good. You know what I mean? And so my expectation is for my fucking cakes to be like perfect. Like, you know, like the buttercream needs to be perfect. Like it needs to be like super smooth, like no smudges. Like everything is like, if you're paying like top dollar, like you need to expect top dollar, you know, like the product has to be good, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I have like friends who are also in the baking industry and like they're just not as good. You know what I mean?
Like who?
Oh, I'm not
kidding.
I'm not dropping names. That's fucked up.
Oh wow!
But
Hold on, dog. Turn the fire down. Turn the fire.
Okay, yeah,
Sir,
okay, sorry.
No, but I mean, you cannot charge top dollar like rates when you're not there. You know what I mean? And I've told her like, hey, you need to like get better. You get better. You cannot expect to like actually make a living if you're not there. So you need to hone your skills and like get better at what you do so that you could, you know, like charge that money and people won't laugh in your face and be like, sorry. Or people like, I think like the worst thing like that I would, for me would be for somebody to be like, fuck, I paid all this money and it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? And I think like the reason that I have a lot of clients that are like returning clients are because like, fuck, like this was good. I liked it. I had a good experience. You know, I'm going to do it again. And that's what drives me as far as, you know, retention for my clients.
Let me ask you guys another question, right? Because you brought up I paid a lot of money and it wasn't worth it. Mm-hmm. What was the one time you paid a lot of money and it wasn't worth it?
For me?
Yeah. Any experience, any event, any trip, anything that you're like, why the fuck did I spend so much money?
Let me think. Just because...
That's an easy one.
I don't know. Like, okay, so for me, like even like a restaurant trip for me, like I'm like so fucking jaded and it sucks for my husband. Because like every time we go to like a restaurant, I'm always like, oh, this is fucking trash or this isn't good or this could have been better. And I've like legit, like I've tried to get so much better about like not like doing that because it makes him feel some type of way. Like he feels like
I take ownership of that experience. Like I picked the place. I told you to come here. I brought you here.
Right.
And if you're not having a good time enjoying this meal, it's my fault.
Right. And so I've tried to get better about that. But it for me, it sucks that, you know, most places like you pay a ton of money. And if the service isn't good or if the food isn't good, like for me, it's like, oh, this is fucking whack. Like I could have made this shit better at my house. You know what I mean? So like for me, it's really, really difficult to fucking eat at a restaurant that is not like if they're not like operating like on all fucking cylinders, like 100%, like this shit is the best. Like it's just I'm not
like,
gonna have a good time.
You know when the waitress comes or the manager is like, oh, are you guys having a good time? Is everything okay? Like for me, it's like, fuck, you shouldn't have fucking asked that.
Shouldn't have. You're asking the wrong party right now.
And here we go.
No.
Wait, listen,
You know what? I experienced that the other day at what was that diner? What's it? When we went to?
Where?
Where do you go? Big Bear? No, not
Blackberry Diner.
Oh,
Black Bear.
Okay.
Shout out to Blackberry Diner for having us out for dinner.
Black Bear Diner. Okay, but Luis, was I wrong for sending back my
Let me finish my statement, right? Because it's just like, for me, it's like, okay, here we go. Right? But I mean, all your points are valid, and it's just fucking like legit a fucking like thing, right? But
I will be the guy that I will send my meal back and I will not order anything else. Like I'll be like, okay, I'll have my drink.
If I don't like the food, I don't get anything else.
Right. I'm not gonna get anything else because it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? For me to order anything else is gonna be like the same. I don't want to get the bitch special. I just don't.
Gotcha.
So, you know, so I will not order another meal. I'll just be like, take it back, it's fine. You know, I'll have whatever, you know. I don't know. Like, okay, so that one time that we went to Blackberry Diner, what I mean, it wasn't good, right? I had
no.
like,
I mean,
okay,
I didn't enjoy it.
I was eating a soup, and there was a piece of fucking paper in my soup, like a little piece of fucking paper in my soup, bro. Yeah. So the soup was delicious, but there was fucking a contaminant in there. I couldn't finish eating it.
Even the air was contaminated that day.
Oh, that guy. Hey, okay, you need to say this. You need to say the story. Tell them what happened.
I mean, I don't know. Oh God, like
Luis.
There was this family behind you, and we're great. You know, I mean, not great. The dinner was bullshit.
It was.
It was bullshit.
It was a shitty experience.
It wasn't good.
I personally wouldn't want to go back to that.
But you don't want to say like when the waiter came and like, oh, how's everything? And you're like, oh, here we go.
I mean, I got to a point where I was just like, dude, I'm just gonna eat what was brought because I'm hungry. I didn't give a fuck.
That's because we're fat. Like,
No.
we'll eat it.
No, I think because you guys are men.
Are low when it comes to food. That's
Like,
why
is
we
this
are
shit-
the way we
like,
are.
is this shit edible? Like, cause like right now, like I'm about to eat it.
But anyway, so there was a family behind Emily sitting on the table behind.
Yeah, the table behind Emily.
Wow.
As we were eating, we're in conversation. We're all deep in conversation, and the guy stands up and just lets it rip, and he just sits back down.
What do you mean lets it rip? Like he farted, right?
Yeah,
Like
he was.
farted.
He stands up like he's gonna go to the restroom. He's like, and then sits back down. And Milu's like, did that just fucking happen right now?
Sitting next to each other, like, what the fuck just happened?
And
like
then,
we were just dying, but we didn't say anything. But the only reason we didn't say anything because the unfortunate the person that was doing it was special, so we just like okay, this is what it is.
but he did it like at least 5 times during our meal.
Yeah,
We're
it
all
was
deep in
like-
conversation.
Sure.
Because you didn't eat.
Yeah.
Right. Well, but I couldn't even see him because he was like behind me. So like every time like it would happen, like fucking Lewis was like cracking up, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So I would like turn around and be like,
I mean, it was just
I would try to
hilarious.
get a look, and I just couldn't. It was funny.
It was like one of those things like nobody probably has ever told him like you don't do that or but I mean
He just
whatever.
probably doesn't comprehend. Like,
Yeah.
it's just...
Yeah.
I mean it didn't bother me. I was just laughing about it. That's
Yeah,
all.
it wasn't like, oh, what is he doing? It's you understand, what the deal is, and like you just kind of like accept it for what it is. And we're already having a bad experience. That wasn't even part of a factor of the experience that we were having.
I think that was funny though.
Yeah.
It was funny.
I mean, right now, as you asked that question about, what,
Yeah, the one like the time that you felt like the money you paid for was not worth it.
Well, I think that definitely was. Although, like they made it right. Like they gave me $20 worth of vouchers, and I
shout
haven't
out
used
to
them
them for
yet.
making
Though.
it right.
Shout out to Blackberry Diner.
They made it right.
They made it right. So, I mean, would I give them an opportunity? I would, because of that.
But mind you,
That tells me that they actually care about creating an experience.
Right, but I have not been back since. So
we'll see.
So I want to hear your
I do.
your story.
They're in my purse.
like-
Might use them tomorrow.
What is something that you spent a lot of money that it was just not worth it?
That Corvette you bought.
No, I love that Corvette.
Ah,
No, that was not like frick. Okay, so tell us about the Corvette. How did that come about?
No, I want to hear about the story where you spent too much money and it was not worth it.
Okay, let's hear it.
Jeez. I mean, an experience that come to mind right now.
Getting married. Just kidding.
Damn.
Okay, wait. What about you? What's an experience that you paid a lot of money for? Well, let him think about it. He's
You got it?
Yeah,
He's percolating.
Percolating, but the first thing that came to mind was an experience in Vegas of getting the whole shark reef and the Titanic or whatever experience.
Okay.
Or like a ticket to go watch that shit.
Or go experience it. When I did the shark reef one, I was just like, that's it.
Did you think that you were gonna like swim with sharks? Or
No. I just thought it was gonna be cool.
Are you gonna be shark
like,
bait?
Like that you're gonna see a bunch of shit, And
And it was like a little tank.
It was like I don't know where the fuck the fishes and sharks were.
You're like, I don't see anything.
Like I mean, it was cool to walk through, but I'm just like, this is not worth the money.
Yeah. All right, I'll tell you mine.
All right, tell us your experience.
And I'll take you guys way back, right? And you'll probably like say yes when I say what I'm going to say.
Okay.
But every single fucking time we ever got bottle service, it was definitely not fucking worth it.
Not worth it.
Okay, but wait a minute. You guys were at the club. Were you guys like flexing for the fucking girls? I mean, is this to like pussy?
No,
like,
it's just
no.
It was just because
like there's no way. Like men don't just fucking go and get bottle service
And it's
just
like
because.
you don't get bottle service to get girls. It's just the outcome of it. It's just the outcome of it. It's just about getting a table and being comfortable and getting bottle service to get a table for you to just hang out.
Wait, because if you go to a club, like you can't sit
No,
somewhere?
you can't sit there. I mean, you can sit there until somebody like Lewis comes and wants to buy a bottle. They tell you, hey, you need to move because Lewis is here and he's buying a bottle.
Got it.
I'll admit that was probably the only cool thing about it.
Yeah,
we didn't wait in line. We walked in.
It was never about
because you're paying like $500 for like a fucking $30 bottle.
And keep in mind, back in the day, it wasn't even $500. Probably right now it's $500.
Back in the day, it was like $300.
Yeah, it was like $300. And then
it's so hard to be a man, a single man.
It is. It's not that difficult. It's actually pretty cool. But
being a single man,
like just being young and dumb and like doing all that shit. But every single time afterwards, it's like if it was just not fucking worth it. And then you start thinking about all the shit you could have bought with that money.
That's what I think about.
And it was not just one bottle.
No.
And it was, and then the worst part is
okay, but did you ever get laid from getting like bottle service?
It was not because of it was because of me, not because of the bottle service.
But because you fucking like gave some girl fucking like lots of drinks from your bottle.
Like
you had bought.
No, I did not Bill Cosby anybody. But it was the outcome of the situation. It was not the reason why we did it. Does that make sense?
I think that like chicks are like, oh, this guy has money or potential.
I don't think
so.
so.
Let me go hang out with him.
No, you know what? I never.
Let me go mooch off of him.
If anything, I actually did it more because of the convenience.
Right. It was a convenience piece.
The convenience of walking in, having a space. Mm-hmm. Like, we'd go to the same spot. So, like, as soon as we showed up, whoever was there would get kicked out. And we would have our spot.
You guys probably had a rapport with the fucking bartenders. Or
and the worst part was that, like, we had an understanding, right? Like, all right, we're going to get a bottle, then we're going to get a bottle, right? But there's sometimes that people fucking came along, and when it was time to, like, fucking, like, pitch in, like, people fucking just disappeared, like, and we got stuck with the fucking bill. But that was just our bad.
Sounds like a loser vibe. Like, dudes that get stuck with the fucking bill are fucking losers. Sorry, guys.
No, the people that jump off the fucking boat when it's time to pay, like,
hey.
But that's, those. Like, for me, that was just one of those things that if anybody listens to this shit and is doing bottle service, like, don't do it, bro. Like, it's just not fucking worth it. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. And, like...
Wait, when was the last time you went to a fucking nightclub? Like, how long has it been?
20 years?
Okay, so that's probably not even a thing anymore.
I guarantee you now you can buy a fucking... a bottle?
Not with a bengala, like...
Dude, I'm like an old-ass fucking lady. Like,
I get 2 bottles and a fucking gram of cocaine for, like, $1,000.
Like, I feel like if I go to the club, I'll be like somebody's tia. You know what I mean? Like with my purse and shit. Like...
Yep. But, yeah, man, it was a good conversation today. We talked a little bit about everything, just like every episode, right? I haven't had one cookie yet. I had some of this, what is it? Angel's Envy
bourbon.
Yeah, like what is your take on that?
Well, I had an old fashioned, so it was pretty smooth. I like it, but I didn't have it straight up, so I would say maybe 7 out of 10.
This one over the last one?
I preferred the last one. It was a smoother.
This one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
But you know what? The last one I had it neat. This one I had it in an old fashioned.
An old fashioned style.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. That's a little different.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Angel's Envy. I think this bottle is like $55. Not too pricey. I would highly recommend. This bottle at a club will cost you $300. But we're not doing that no more.
No,
we're not doing that anymore.
Thank you.
We're not doing that no more. Cookies were amazing again today.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you to our sponsor.
Which one did you have?
You had the oatmeal kitchen sink, yeah.
You didn't know what the fuck you had, or
what? Cookie's a cookie, dog. That shit's
like
good.
Fucking curd.
No, that was oatmeal with something.
Hey, there was no carrot in it. That's
yeah.
Oh my!
There was no carrots in there. They ate the oatmeal ones. You guys didn't have the pumpkin spice ones. It's so good.
Oatmeal's my favorite, followed by the pumpkin one. So you need to try that. And then chocolate chip one is just
chocolate chip ones have an Oreo inside, so they're Oreo.
It's a staple. Like it's just a staple.
Like regular
not regular schmegular because it's amazing. Like people sometimes want to take these cookies and they're like, there's a cookie within a cookie. blind moon. Mind blown, you know?
Yeah.
But thank you guys for tuning in. Keep in touch. Follow our social networks. We'll post it down below. And this is just another episode of Cookies and Bourbon. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next one.
Stay saucy, my friends.
To the GoPro?
I do.
We're going to cut. We're going to wait